This video I have entitled, There is No Payday Someday. It addresses Gospel Writer 2's 8th Kingdom of Heaven parable. Here, the division between the ancient writer and what was going around about Jesus' parable is a bit more difficult to discern. This parable is not found in any of the other Gospel writers' work. We will continue to refer to these writings as Gospel 1, Gospel 2, Gospel 3, and Gospel 4. We will not use the names Mark, Matthew, Luke, and John. These names were added in subsequent centuries by individuals as they hand-copied the text. All four Gospel writers wrote anonymously, long after Jesus died. We will keep a watch on many things. We are looking at how the stories were grouped in each Gospel. And we are asking ourselves, which stories do the Gospel writers share in common? Likewise, we want to know if the shared stories are substantially different or substantially the same. Finally, is there a pattern? That is, does the writer appear to have an axe to grind? For our live broadcast discussions, we are keeping in mind 5 questions. Was Jesus a character in any of what an ancient writer presents as one of Jesus' own parables? To what does the ancient writer attribute each of Jesus' comparisons? At what point does the parable end and the ancient writer's commentary begin? Can we separate the writer's proposition from the parable itself? And does the parable bring up a wealthy afterlife where one sees their loved ones? Or is the kingdom of heaven simply metaphor for something else? Throughout this study, our suspicion has been that Jesus' parables, circulating in the first century, were used by ancient writers to promote Jesus and not necessarily to reflect what Jesus taught the people of the way. Gospel Writer 2's 8th Kingdom of Heaven parable reads, "For the kingdom of heaven is like a landowner who went out early in the morning to hire laborers for his vineyard. And when he had agreed with the laborers for a denarius for the day, he sent them into his vineyard. And he went out about the 3rd hour and saw others standing idle in the marketplace, and to those he said, 'You too go into the vineyard, and whatever is right I will give to you.' And so they went. Again he went out about the 6th hour and the 9th hour, and did the same thing. And about the 11th hour he went out and found others standing, and he said to them, 'Why have you been standing here idle all day long?' They said to him, 'Because no one hired us.' He said to them, 'You too go into the vineyard.' And when evening had come, the owner of the vineyard said to his foreman, 'Call the laborers and pay them their wages, beginning with the last group to the first.' And when those hired about the 11th hour came, each one received a denarius. And when those hired first came, they thought that they would receive more. And they also received each one a denarius. And when they received it, they grumbled at the landowner, saying, 'These last men have worked only 1 hour, and you have made them equal to us, who have borne the burden and the scorching heat of the day.' But he answered and said to one of them, 'Friend, I am doing you no wrong. Did you not agree with me for a denarius? Take what is yours and go your way. But I wish to give to the last man the same as you. Is it not lawful for me to do what I wish with what is my own? Or is your eye envious because I am generous? Thus the last shall be first, and the first shall be last." The ancient writer's point may have been, one day it will be too late. Sign on while the getting's good. Jesus' point may be nothing more than those who adopt the way benefit all the same. So if we use the same kingdom of heaven parables as the Gospel Writer 2 employs so far, what may have Jesus taught the people of the way? It could have sounded something like this. We plant an idea about contentment. How it grows, we are not sure. But when it grows, we reap the results. It grows until it benefits others all around us. It becomes infectious. It is more valuable than anything else we have. But we still must sort out the bad attitudes from the good. We are more content with an attitude of forgiveness. No matter when one begins to adopt the way of being, one reaps the same results. It's our attitude toward life that is the way. The figure of speech, kingdom of heaven, is a metaphor for the kingdom of contentment within our sovereign selves. The kingdom of heaven with golden streets and gates of pearl did not appear in ancient writings until the end of the 1st century. If nothing supernatural ever happened, then Jesus' following, known as people of the way, grew out of the way he taught. not because people were dazzled by supernatural displays. His way of being content in life is not supernatural. It's just naturally super. In future videos, we will continue to see what might have been Jesus' message to his following, known as people of the way. Neither hard atheist nor fundamentalist Christian theist would embrace my thoughts. But it's all good, unless you happen to think it's bad.